In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how Ravencloud helps you spot and correct problems in your process diagrams. When someone who is using Ravencloud gets a bad diagram, it is almost always because they have not followed the basic principle of writing in active voice. Remember that every sentence you write must be in the form actor, function, object, target. Refer to the tutorial called Basic Writing Tips for more on that. Here is a process that describes the high-level workflow between an architect, a contractor, and a builder. The process seems simple enough, but the diagram isn't what we expect. We have 5 actors instead of only 3, and there are some clear gaps in the flow, as evidenced by the disconnected shapes. Fortunately, Ravencloud will work with you to clean this up. For starters, Ravencloud tells you how many errors need to be fixed, and it will show a list of those errors by clicking this button at the top. We have 2 flow breaks and an otherwise orphan. I'll explain each of these in a moment. We can click on each of these errors, and Ravencloud will highlight the corresponding text that is causing the trouble. Let's fix these 3 problems now. The first flow break occurs here, and we can see it in the diagram after the step where the contractor reviews the plans. The conditional, if the contractor finds any errors, is placed in a separate column. Why do we have 2 swim lanes for the contractor? It's because of a typographical error. We accidentally misspelled contractor by leaving out one of the R's. Ravencloud won't assume that you want these to be the same actor. You are the subject matter expert, and that's your decision. It's going to draw exactly what you tell it to. So let's fix our typo and redraw the diagram. You can see that the diamond has moved up, and we're now down to 2 errors. This next flow break occurs here. We have the contractor forwarding the plans to the builder, and then the builder's team begins construction. This step is in isolation because we haven't clearly defined the handoff from the builder to the builder's team. Maybe that's more detail than we want or need in this process. Maybe we can just refer to the builder when discussing the builder and his team. So let's not introduce the builder's team as a separate actor. We'll change the builder's team to the builder and redraw the diagram. Now we've got 3 actors and only 1 remaining error. That error is called an otherwise orphan. If you watched our tutorial called Decision Points, you know that every decision point starts with the word if or when, and ends with a sentence that has the word otherwise or else. If your text has an otherwise sentence with no corresponding if, you have what Ravencloud calls an otherwise orphan. Indeed, the sentence that Ravencloud is highlighting here is redundant, because we already said that the contractor forwards the plans to the builder right above. So let's just delete this sentence and remodel. Congratulations! We now have 0 errors and a complete, attractive process flow.